So here we got some samples of some different material for production for the ball, so let's check them out. Okay, so we got some slab materials. So you can see the ability to return to its original shape. Slow. I like that though. Super soft. And one good thing about this material is it's one that you don't have to add an additional coating to the outside to make it water resistant. So there's multiple different styles and they can make it in any different hardness. So this one, as you can see, is super soft. This one is much harder. And then this one is nearly perfect. Super soft, but returns to its original shape fairly quick. So we'll do some testing with these different materials and see what works out best and see if there's one that fits what I'm looking for. Something that's super important for me with these samples and whatever material I end up going with for the ball is that it has some sort of water resistance or ability to be waterproof to it. So here we're going to test that with these samples and see how it works underwater, because they are supposed to be water resistant. So here's the first one. As you can see, it's just on the base layer, and you could see in the video the water was flowing right off of it, so that's a good sign. On to the next one. Same thing here. Nothing absorbed, it's all just on the base layer. It all fell off pretty quickly, so that's a good sign. So in the previous clip, you could see that I was working and I was at Panera. And the reason I like going to other places like Panera or Starbucks or any other like coffee shop or cafes like that is because I like getting out of the house and doing work just in a new location, because I feel more productive. Especially Starbucks. Yesterday Starbucks didn't have any seats or tables open, so Starbucks, if you're listening, please try to get some more seats and tables. But yeah, I prefer to go to like a cafe like that just because I like the energy of the shop there, and I like the fact that other people are there doing the same thing. You know, they're working on their job or their company or whatever they're doing, and it's just contagious energy, and I'm not surrounded by the distractions that I may be surrounded by at home. We came to Miracle League Park today to film some video and some photos for some advertising. This is one field where Benji Ball will be utilized a whole lot. As you can see, the field is actually made, it's all rubber, so anyone can go on here. So here you can see the evolution of the ball prototypes. This one was just a 3D printed ball that we did to start off to show the idea of having a 10-sided ball. And then this one was more along the design of what we wanted. Maybe hard to see with the shadows, but you have the word Grand Slam and some other words along here that follow along the idea of what the game is. Here we went into a bit of a softer version, more of a rubbery feel. And now here's what the final version will look like. Much better look. Colors everywhere, the red and white perfectly matching the logo. I did have some help today, thankfully. My buddy Mike, I brought him out.
Hey, what's up? Great day out here today, beautiful weather.
He's helping out with some photo and video as well, so you may see him popping up on the social media or the videos for some content. So it's always good to have a little bit of help. Like I said, beautiful field out here. You'll be seeing a lot more of this. So the biggest thing I wanted to make sure I was doing with these vlogs was to ensure that I was being as transparent as possible and showing as much behind the scenes as possible with starting a business, the highs of starting a business, the possible lows of starting a business. So I recently shared with you guys in the last vlog and on all social media the prototypes that just came in and how great they look, and how excited I was for the look of them, how they came out, the feel of them. So one thing during the process of testing the prototypes and actually going out and trying it out, I was testing it with a couple different samples for a ball, some foam, some plastic. And the biggest thing that happened, which I do want to share with you, is that this prototype actually, when I was testing it with a plastic ball, it did crack. So the good thing about these prototypes is that it's exactly what I said it is. It's a prototype, and it's made out of a material that the final product will not be made out of. The final one will be more sturdy, much more durable, so you won't have to worry about this happening. But yeah, this is part of the whole process where you're testing it. Things aren't gonna go your way all the time, but it's a matter of being able to look at this, learn from this, move on. But what's good about this is that now I can look at this and say, okay, well, this material was good for what it is good for what I need. But now when I get to actual production, it'll be a different material, which is something to look forward to. But like I said, this is still a great prototype, and I still have the others that will allow me to do exactly what I need to do. I won't use that ball that I used on this version of hitting. And like I said, you guys won't have to worry about when it gets to production, because this won't happen. It won't happen in what the final product will be made out of. That's, again, the good part of prototyping and testing and seeing what works for you. So I wanted to make sure that I shared this with you to show that starting a business, you spend money, you put money into prototypes. It's not always going to go your way, but that's perfectly fine. You live, you learn, you move on. One saying that I like to say is, we live, we overcome, and we prevail. So, I'm living, I'm doing what I need to do, and then something like this happens. It's a matter of now, what do I need to do next? What do I need to do to overcome this? And now the next step is going into production, getting it done, and making something a lot more durable and prevailing. So we move on from here, only up from here.